Paul Kagame's story is one of resilience and determination. Born in Rwanda in 1957, his early life was marked by turmoil. As a Tutsi, his family faced persecution and fled to Uganda when he was just a young boy. Life in exile was difficult, but Kagame excelled in school. However, the injustice faced by Rwandan refugees stayed with him. In Uganda, Kagame joined the resistance movement of Yoweri Museveni. He proved to be a capable soldier and strategist. Kagame rose through the ranks, gaining valuable military experience. This period would shape his worldview and fuel his desire for a better future for Rwanda. By the late 1980s, Kagame had become a key figure in the Rwandan Patriotic Front, or RPF. This rebel group, composed mainly of Tutsi refugees, aimed to overthrow the Hutu-dominated government in Rwanda. Kagame's military acumen and leadership qualities were instrumental in shaping the RPF's strategy and goals. In 1990, the RPF launched an armed struggle against the Rwandan government. Kagame, a skilled military commander, led the RPF forces. The civil war raged for years, marked by brutality and loss of life on both sides. This conflict would set the stage for one of the darkest chapters in human history. The year 1994 witnessed the horrors of the Rwandan genocide. Fueled by ethnic hatred, Hutu extremists targeted Tutsis and moderate Hutus in a systematic campaign of slaughter. The world watched in horror as hundreds of thousands perished. Amidst the chaos, Kagame's RPF emerged as a force for order. Determined to stop the bloodshed, the RPF fought tirelessly against the perpetrators. Kagame's leadership proved crucial in uniting and directing the RPF's efforts. Gradually, they gained ground, pushing back against the genocidal forces. By July 1994, the RPF had defeated the Hutu extremists and seized control of the country. The genocide was over, but the nation lay in ruins. Millions were displaced and the scars of violence ran deep. In the aftermath, Kagame emerged as the de facto leader of Rwanda. Though he did not immediately assume the presidency, his influence was undeniable. He focused on rebuilding the shattered nation, promoting reconciliation and restoring order. Under his guidance, Rwanda began the long and arduous journey towards healing and recovery. In 2000, Paul Kagame officially became the president of Rwanda. He inherited a nation still reeling from the genocide, facing immense challenges. Yet, Kagame's vision for Rwanda extended beyond simply rebuilding. He aimed to create a modern, prosperous nation, free from the divisions of the past. Under his leadership, Rwanda experienced remarkable progress. Kagame implemented policies focused on national unity and reconciliation. He prioritized economic development, investing heavily in infrastructure, education, and technology. Rwanda's economy grew rapidly, earning praise as an African success story. Kagame's government also made significant strides in social development. Healthcare access improved and literacy rates rose. Women's rights were promoted, with Rwanda becoming a global leader in female representation in government. These achievements solidified Kagame's image as a transformative leader, both domestically and on the international stage. Since assuming the presidency, Paul Kagame has consistently won elections with overwhelming majorities. His supporters point to this as evidence of his popularity and the success of his policies. They argue that he has brought peace, stability, and prosperity to a nation once torn apart by violence. However, Kagame's rule has also drawn criticism. Human rights groups accuse his government of suppressing dissent and limiting political freedom. Opposition parties and independent media face restrictions, and critics allege a climate of fear and intimidation. Kagame's supporters counter that his firm hand is necessary to maintain stability and prevent a return to the ethnic violence of the past. They argue that Rwanda's unique circumstances require a different approach to democracy. The debate over Kagame's leadership style reflects the complexities of governing a nation emerging from trauma. While his economic and social achievements are undeniable, concerns about political freedom and human rights persist. Under Paul Kagame's leadership, Rwanda has assumed an increasingly prominent role on the world stage. The nation has become a vocal advocate for sustainable development, particularly in the face of climate change. Kagame has used international platforms to call for greater investment in renewable energy and climate adaptation measures. Rwanda has also positioned itself as a leader in technology and innovation, particularly in Africa. The government has invested heavily in building a digital economy, promoting tech startups and expanding internet access. Kagame envisions Rwanda as a regional technology hub, attracting investment and creating jobs for young people. Paul Kagame's legacy remains a subject of debate. His supporters praise him as a visionary leader who brought Rwanda back from the brink of collapse. His critics argue that his achievements come at the cost of political freedom and human rights. As Rwanda continues its journey of development and reconciliation, the world watches closely, observing the delicate balance between progress and freedom,